Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to Court Farm for episode 4. And I gotta say, I've done quite a lot off camera, so things have changed significantly. And the first change, you probably, if you're familiar with this map in specific, you probably spotted it already. Oh, dog, where's it? Hi, dog. Can I pet it? I can. That is nice, and I got an achievement. Who's a good boy? Okay, that's kind of weird. But anyway, so the first change is already pretty evident. I made a new field right here. I'm going to be planting grass. Uh, Grass is going to be my my first money-making strategy for this save game, as we already got quite a stack down there. I don't know if that was videotaped or not, but we do have quite a stack. Look at that. That was the result of episode 3. That was basically all that we could gather. So, a significant amount. 620 kilograms each. There's 24, 24, 24. So, quite a lot. Every row, every column of these are 24 in total each. So, yeah, every block of bales. So there's a lot of silage here for the near future. I'm going to be selling it though. I'm not going to be utilizing it, but it's going to be making the big bucks hopefully. And we're going to be needing that money. As you can see, we're running short on cash because we had many expenses that were not planned, and I ended up spending money that I didn't have to spend on accident. Like I had to lease a bale trailer to transport the bales, to pick them up and transport them over there. And I might have clicked on buy instead. But I'm not very familiar with the control inputs anymore. I ended up buying one by accident and I sold it back, obviously, but I lost 10 grand just, I didn't use it or anything, but the sole fact I had bought it, it was already secondhand. So I lost a significant amount of money, which is a little bit disappointing, but it happens to the best of us, I suppose, and we're gonna recover eventually. So the new fields right here, we're gonna be planting grass on it today. It's gonna be what the episode is gonna be all about. And then on the other field, we're gonna grow grass again. I'm gonna be fertilizing it later on. Also, I have news on field 57, which I was pondering on just wiping everything off and getting rid of the sugar beets, but I thought better of it. You know what? I might as well let it grow. And that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to let it grow. As much as ideally I don't like sugar beets, and I'm going to have to lease equipment for it, but now that I think about it, it would be a waste of time and a waste of money to just let go of it, So I'm going to be letting it grow and harvesting it. I have already done herbicides on it, so it's protected. All the weeds are gone. It's a great thing. We're not gonna have to worry about that. And all we're gonna have to worry about eventually is obviously fertilizing it, as its expected yield is just 56%. As you can see, it's growing very nicely, big and howdy. So, very healthy crop, which is good. Excellent news, even. But yeah, that was a little bit unplanned, I gotta say. Caught me off guard. The sugar beets. But yeah, I've made the decision and we're gonna be keeping it and letting it grow because hopefully that is gonna mean in the long run that, a little bit extra cash out of the grass, obviously. And we're gonna let the grass of 56 grow as well. So it's gonna be even more silage, hopefully. The same amount as before or more because we're going to be fertilizing it, and hopefully with that it's going to increase the yield a little bit, and then we're not going to have to worry about money for this initial phase because during summer I plan on planting canola, so that's going to be fun. Let's see, here it says it's harvested. Now I don't remember if it grows back. It should grow back. I mean, it's grass, right? So I'm expecting I should just let it here and it's going to grow back eventually. If it does not, we're going to be preparing this field and replanting, which is not what I want. But if it comes to that, I'm already mentally prepared for the effort that's going to demand. And also, I realized the planter that I bought is terrible. Terrible for the size of the fields. I kind of misjudged the size of the fields I would be working with here. And that will become a problem in the near future, so I might have to lease a better planter, a better seeder later down the road for summer. Because, well, look at this. That's our current planter. It's not leased, it's owned, but it's only 3 meters wide. It's just not wide enough, and that is going to become an issue with the bigger fields. You know, with small fields like this one, you know, okay, it's no problem. It's just like 40 minutes, give or take. But once we go bigger, so go 57, which is 4 hectares, or the field 56 even, which is 3.5, that becomes quite an undertaking. So I might have to lease a way bigger one. And that is a little bit annoying. It's a little costly, especially because we're running out of cash, as you can see. Hopefully that money is going to make through the winter, through most of the winter. And apparently I've done some research, and the ideal time to sell the bales is around January. So we're going to be selling them around the ballpark, hopefully, January or February. And hopefully making back most of the cash, and the efforts are hopefully going to pay off as well. It's going to be a whole lot of effort. I'm not even sure if the grass is going to grow fast enough, but here's hoping. And I really, really hope that's the case, because if it's not the case, then we're going to be in deep trouble financially more than anything. I mean, we can sell stuff, obviously, if worse comes to worse. I could get rid of the baler. I mean, it wouldn't be ideal, as I like it, but I could eventually sell it and lease a baler instead, which I should have done, actually, because it's a thing that's going to happen, like, maybe twice every year. Twice, like, because the fields are small, so we're not talking about a lot of work here. So it's a thing that's going to happen just casually. I could have just leased it, but it's fine. We learn from all the mistakes that we make along the way. Well, let's get things done, let's get work done, and then we can worry about money later. We gotta plant first. Is it grass? I gotta make sure that... yeah, that's grass. Let's lower it, and then we can turn it on, and off we go. And then we have to spread the fertilizer on later on. I wonder if liquid works when it's not grown still, if it works just over the soil. Hopefully it does, because that would save me a lot of money, as we don't have money to get a new spreader now. And I have that John Deere 1, and it already, you know, it would be halfway through the battle already. That's pretty much the idea, saving as much money as I possibly can. With this new field, I had bigger plans for it. I was planning on canola or something like that, but honestly, it's not worth it. I have a small window until summer and so on. Certainly we're closer to winter, so we cannot really plant anything right now. I was checking the calendar, and it turns out we're gonna lose the crops if we plant like canola or anything like that, while grass can still be harvested a little bit for winter, hopefully. So planting now in Not sure how long it takes to grow, but hopefully before November. Ideally before November. And also, I really hope there's no snow, because if there's snow, then that would kill the grass. That would 100% kill the grass, and that would not be nice. So there's that. We're still really kind of figuring out what we got here in terms of money-making potential, which, as far as I'm aware, it's going to be tough. It's going to be really tough with just 2 fields, 2.5, because this one is not really. It's a metal that I adapted into field, and it's probably not gonna bring a lot of money, but every extra cash that we can possibly rake in would be nice already. So that's the whole point here. It is trying to bring in that extra income, even if it's not gonna make much of a difference. At the end of the day, we still gotta aim to make as much as we possibly can. We gotta, we gotta capitalize on this, and apparently they go up to like 500-ish during winter, so that's a really good thing. It's a good sign. It's still not going to be as much as I was hoping for, because back in the day it was like 900, as far as I remember. Like on 17 it was a money-making machine. It's no longer such a money maker, but it still rakes in cash, and we gotta rake in cash. Obviously, we gotta be worrying about that. We gotta be worrying about making it all pay off. I mean, otherwise, what is the point? You know, it's a lot of labor, a lot of virtual labor, but still. I kind of like this little field though, and I feel like it's gonna produce a good amount, substantial amount of grass still, even though it's not like, oh, such a massive field, but you know, it does the job. It does the job. It certainly does. I have many plans for this save game. I was planning on starting another one parallel to this one, but I'm like, you know, I might as well not bother and just, you know, work full time on this one, because otherwise I'm gonna get sidetracked and I'm not gonna finish anything. It might as well happen. That's something that concerns me a little bit. I get sidetracked a lot with mods. There's so many of them, so many different maps, and then you end up just hopping between maps, like a week playing on one and then switching to another one, never actually finishing what you set up to accomplish. So I do plan on, at the very least, like getting it to a point where it's actually making nice money, and then I feel like then I can feel like I have completed my mission, my calling as a farmer. Have honored the court farm legacy, but that's gonna take a little bit, because for now it's very disappointing, because, well, first of all, the sugar beet fiasco that I was not expecting at all. I didn't want to deal with sugar beets, so that's gonna be an expense that I didn't plan on, and also I bought a harvester for nothing, and combined as we're not really going to be planting anything. It's going to need a combine and harvester, so that's money down the drain. I mean, obviously we're going to use it eventually, but for now it's just a waste of money. It's the money that I could have saved and only bother about that long term. Also, I could have leased a combine instead of buying one. As much as it is nice to have a combine yourself, we gotta remember that we're talking about just a couple fields. We do not have an actual large-scale farm, so that kind of makes it a little pointless. I mean, even the small tractor kind of pointless, because why do I have 2 of them if I can do everything with this one? I shouldn't have bothered with that one. Guess what? The mistakes are made. What can I do? What can I do right now? That was very irresponsible in the end. Very sad about that. But I mean, I'm sure I'm gonna find a use for it eventually. But as things currently stand, yeah, that's a little concerning. Also, I'm still on day one, so it's been a very productive first day. We got that grass completely harvested, completely cut. We made the silage bales, which was the point. We got the equipment that we needed, most of it. We got Field 57 fertilized, and I know, not fertilized. I mean, we got the weeds killed with the herbicide, so there's that. It's a start. You know, it is definitely a start. I feel like this one might be very, very long term. Maybe I wasn't thinking much about the spacing, the day spacing, because it's 4 days per month. Maybe that was a little bit. I could have done like maybe 1 day, because in 1 day I got so much done already. Like I said, not many fields that I had here. We can do all in 1 day. So maybe there's gonna be moments during winter that I'm not gonna have much to do other than skip time, which is fine. But yeah, I wish they would have a way to just kind of skip days. So like, let's say you just go to the point that matters, you know, like next growth stage or so on, or something that you gotta pay attention to. Like, let's say maybe your animals need food, then it skips you that day. Otherwise, you go straight to when you actually gotta work. It's gonna be pretty still. I mean, the farm is still in its infancy. There's nothing going on other than, you know, the grass and the sugar beets. There's nothing else. And as much as I could buy cows and chickens and so on, I don't want that much on my plate for now. For now, I think I should concentrate on what really matters. And the thing that matters the most is getting this done. Getting this planted, safe and sound. And then we can think of the next steps of taking larger steps, buying more. It's just, I don't want to overwhelm myself. That's a way to put it. I don't want to make it overly overwhelming in terms of workload or anything. And I have a good one with full. So yeah. Yeah, I was in the stutter. Maybe it was a safety. Yeah, this area was just too good of an area to just ignore it. I feel like it would be perfect for this. But in many ways it is, as much as it's not like really big. It's useful space that we could be making money out of. Previously it was not doing that. I mean, in the future, maybe I can make another shed for equipment and so on once we actually spend and buy proper fuels. That's gonna have to happen at one point, but like I said, on episode 1 or was it episode 2, I don't wanna have a lot of fuels, because that would mean a lot of extra work as well. And the whole idea is to make this fun and not like an actual job, you know. I just want to have a great time. Obviously, I could just use AI workers. Should do most of it, but they're not very reliable, are they? They didn't used to be reliable. I'm not sure now, but probably not. So, yeah, got lots of things to consider before doing anything. Just gonna say that. But for now, see how it goes, like money-wise, with just the fields that we got, and then, you know, because it's already been quite an undertaking. I mean, only the grass work on Field 56 that took 2 episodes alone without skipping anything. I mean, I skipped the part with the windrower, but it didn't skip the actual important parts, like actually doing the grass and making the bales. Bales especially took fairly longer than I assumed it would, because you gotta stop when once the tank is full, you gotta stop and wait for it to kind of drop the bale into the wrapper, and then you can finally continue. It's a little bit inconvenient, let's put it that way. But at the end of the day, I mean, it is what it is, and at the very least, one thing I appreciate about the seasons is that it doesn't collaborate to a rushed gameplay like back in the day. Because back in the day, there was no such thing. There was no concept of seasons. I mean, only true mods, so you had to plant and then harvest, plant and then harvest, plant and then harvest, rinse and repeat. You know, plant, skip time, wait for them to grow, harvest. And it was just so weird and grindy. And you have a little bit of spacing. It still, you know, doesn't take away from the grind per se, but now there's this whole concept of an actual year that you have to wait. You know, you gotta a year, half a year, let's put it that way, of waiting for your crops to grow and all that, which makes it a little more, you know, calm. Because that was something that annoyed me back in 15 and 17 without the seasons mod. So, you know, it was all so crazy. We'd be harvesting today, harvesting tomorrow, and so on and so on. Every time. That was it. You know, you didn't have winter, you didn't... Prices would eventually go up, obviously, but it was random. There was no logic behind it. I like to say, oh, winter brings the demand up for something, for animal food and stuff. No, that was not the case. That was not the case at all. Which in a way makes it faster as well. So it goes both ways as well. The no season way was a lot faster if you just wanted to harvest. But the thing is, it's fun at first. Your first couple harvests are very entertaining, and then it becomes overly pointless as time goes by, because it just feels so unrealistic compared to real life. And now you have the whole shebang. The whole shebang makes this so much better, so much more convincing in many ways, but also a bit of a grind. Like, I remember, like, farming sim 19, my first harvest took like what, 10 hours each gameplay, just preparing, setting things up, and now I'm with I've clocked around 6 hours total on this, and I'm nowhere close to harvesting anything even, or close to making my first batch of living, because it's a lot of setting up. Setup's very, very time consuming. You'll see how that goes. Like I said, I'm still on day 1, I didn't even have to skip time yet, so only God knows what the future is going to be like this fall. So the episodes might turn out longer from now on, as I freed some space on my storage, so now I can record fairly longer videos, which will also take fairly longer to process. But thankfully yesterday I made like 3 episodes. The first 3 episodes were all recorded within the same day, which means I have tomorrow's episode and the day after already pre-recorded, because at the time of recording this, I've only uploaded one of the videos. I mean, I've uploaded all of them, but only one is live. So I do have a bit of a buffer. So if YouTube does take time to process the Quad HD 60 FPS file, it's not going to be the end of the universe, as we got a little bit of a buffer, and I plan on releasing them on a daily basis. I mean, I couldn't release them all one after another as I record them, but I would probably clutter the feed a little bit, and I feel like this formula works a lot better, because if it's a day that I'm feeling like recording lots of gameplay, I could get 4 days in one already and just kind of chill during that meantime. So it's very, very, very convenient. Then again, I'm still not sure about whether I'm gonna record a lot of this playthrough, honestly. It will depend on the numbers, because the problem right now, my channel is not doing numbers at all. Like it's sinking. So considering like creating a short content that will bring a stable viewership, it doesn't have to be crazy, as long as it is also not zero. You know what I mean? As long as it's not like just a couple hundred people. But we're gonna see how this is gonna go eventually. And again, like I was saying in one of the episodes, I'm gonna be playing anyway, so like, I might as well just record it and call it a day. It's whatever. People want to watch or not, is their problem. And then again, I'm open to suggestions, so if you guys have anything, any sort of input, feel free to share with the class. It's very much appreciated. Really. I got an achievement. Nice. Very nice. Look at as we're going places. The achieving. The achievement. Or are we? Who knows? What I know for a fact is that is starting a inshallah more work than I initially anticipated. I was really out of the loop with farming sim. Like I said, 19 was my last one, and the one I played like the longest was 17. 17 was amazing. Not anything special about 17 itself. I think it was the combination. The UI was great. Didn't like 19's UI, kind of transparent-ish, which was not my cup of tea. 17 had a much better UI in my opinion. And the Seasons mod as well, it was still quite new back then. The hardcore simmers were all using the Seasons mod, and I felt so fancy doing that as well. Later down the road, as I started without the Seasons, honestly, but once I installed that mod, I was like, oh god, that's so realistic. That's so cool. It's quite fascinating. The novelty factor of that all, and many map mods and many amazing mod maps that were available for Farming Sim 17 as well. They were really great. Lone Oak, Oakfield Farm, like the horse farm thing. I'm not sure if that was back in 19 or 17. I think it was 17. Aggravation. I think it was 17, and now it came out as a DLC. Like it was free back then. It was a mod, official mod though, but it was still a mod that you didn't have to spend money on, and now you do. I know, weird, but it is what it is. And So many nice German maps as well. Dutch, there was a very cool Dutch map, which I played for like 4 hours and then called it quits. Because I have this issue. Commitment. Major commitment issue with maps. So I really gotta pick one map and stick with that. Otherwise I'm just never gonna get anything done. Sure, you know, very frequently shifting between maps. It's one of the concerning things about variety. I mean, every day it's nice to have the variety, the choice, but it also makes it harder to stick to just one because you always feel like you could be missing out on something much better. And then you end up not committing to anything because you're always like, oh, maybe I could, be playing a better map, a better map. And it turns out there's no such thing as the best map because everything is highly subjective, and sometimes maybe a map that is not really considered to be the best turns out to be the best map for you, because we all have things that we appreciate, things that we don't appreciate, like specific things that tickle the pickle and things that won't be tickling the pickle no matter what. Even if it does tickle others' pickle, it might not tickle yours. So it's a very it's a bit of a, you never know. You really never know. So for now I'm just gonna try and not explore maps and focus on this, at the very least until we've made some sort of progress, because currently we have made 0 progress whatsoever. So I'm gonna try and at the very least feel like I'm actually, winning, quote unquote, as you cannot really win or lose, but you got what I mean. Anyway, this went by rather quickly, I feel. It was almost done. Just a couple more passes and then we can finally wait for it to grow. Or fertilize it, that could also. I think I'm gonna wait though for the first little crop seeds, then yeah. Oh yeah, you can skip time, you can sleep in a game, so I can just fast forward until nighttime and sleep. I have not thought of that. I completely forgot all that. I could just sleep. Okay. So that's what I might do. Try and get done with this because I don't think there's anything else I have to do. Not that I know of. Yeah. Could really do with leasing a bigger cedar here. Otherwise this is gonna be just very painful. Very painful. 2 things that I didn't need. Cedar, a combine harvester, the extra tractor that I don't even use. Many beginner mistakes that I didn't think. I just wanted to have it for the sake of having it, because I always like to have like a starting equipment on shorts. It didn't occur to me that maybe it's not that necessary, and I assume in real life as well, if the farmer doesn't have massive fields, they probably just rent it from other farmers that have the equipment as well. I don't know. There's a point in owning something if you don't actually even need it that much. Turn off the cedar. Okay, that's about it. Completed the new field. I'm gonna slowly get this on the way. Turn it off. Oh baby. PBR. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Look at us. Grass is growing. Yield 64%. We could fertilize it later on. I'm gonna wait for the grass to actually start growing. And I'm gonna be fertilizing it to bring the numbers up. I'm also gonna do that on field 57 with the sugar beets. Probably off camera though, as that's a fairly big field. Let's see. Can I do now? So it could skip time. I'm gonna be doing that. I need to remember how to actually do that because I don't, not sure if I remember. As you can see, the windows are mostly for harvesting. I could plant canola, but yeah, better plant it around March, I suppose. I'm not sure how long it takes to grow though, but I mean, already decided on the grass, I suppose. Look at that. Harvest season all along, planting season all along, it doesn't matter. Grass is always grass. And I need to find a key to fast forward. Where is it? Radio. Cameras. So I can change the key settings for that. That's nice. That is very heavy. F12. Okay, but I want to fast forward time. How do I do that? Your time scale 8. 8 and 7. Okay, let's do it. Save it first, right? It's important to save the game, I suppose. Where did we save the game? Map? Yeah, crop calendar. That works. So 8 and 7. 7. Let's do it. Oh. How far can we go? Oh, baby. Oh, yeah, let's go. Wow, the time scale is sick as hell. Look at that. Still not fast enough, though, but that will do. That would certainly do. 6. Yeah. When do I turn on the... Oh, never mind, I won't need it, as my house is all lit up. Thank God it is. Why is... Wow, the GPU load has skyrocketed at night. Is that a 57 or is it a 67? I'm not sure. Let me see. It is a 67, yeah. It has brought the clock up, the memory clock up, which brings the temperatures up, as eventually. Okay. Ooh. Right. Start this. Shut the door. And oh god, this is a little bit dark. What are we gonna do? Wait. Where's the battery? Where is it? Oh, here. Let's go. Right. Can we sleep? Oh, we can't sleep. I want to wake up at 9 a.m. because we want to fast forward time as much as we can. Right? Rain! Oh no. Oh, so the maintenance costs are very low. It's a good thing. So what do we have in terms of... Rain is not ideal. It fast forward another day. But Oh yeah, close. And about my bales, are they okay? My bales fine. Concerned about my bales. But they should be they're wrapped. Yeah, they look fine. A nice rainbow. Okay, grass. It needs rolling to help. I'll be fertilizing that eventually. It's raining now, so I don't want to do that under heavy rain or anything. Let's see our otter field. It only took a day. I'm impressed. One day and our crops are already showing some signs of growth. That's good. That is excellent, as a matter of fact. Let's see here. What do we have? What do we have here in terms of... Oh, yeah, look at that. We gotta fertilize this thing now. 64%. 64% is not bad, I suppose. But we could bump the numbers up a lot, I feel. We really could bump this up. We really could bump this up. Right. Let's check fuel to 57. I'm really concerned about 57. Sugar beets have never handled them. I'm not sure the growth stages work, how long it takes to grow, or anything like that. Because that's the one that concerns me the most by a mile, actually. Maybe through the wrong bush. There we go. Nope. So not this one. Now this one, honestly. Now. Oh yeah. It is 56%. We still got it. Still on growth stage. Great. We got a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, let's skip time. Is today's not gonna be a great day for fertilizing anyway. Gotta wait a little bit. Wonder if there's a placeable I could buy that I could have like fertilizer at hand. Maybe there's somewhere a trigger that I could. Is this fuel? It's empty. What is this one for? Manure? Water? Doesn't say. That is a bit tricky. I really wish I could buy a placeable fertilizer. Is there one? Now I wonder. Hold up. Hold up. How do I get this to work again? Here. There we go. Placeables. Placeables. Balers. There's what do we have on sale? Oh, I could have waited for this one. Yeah. Oh, it's whatever. So, what's this kind of bag? What do they mean? Oh, it's for the culture. Nice. So you can buy. That is very convenient. So if you want to deal pay, you pick a complete package. That is pretty cool. That is actually amazing. There's a winter pack. No way. Sugar beet. No, bro. That's fantastic. I like that. I don't think that was a thing in 19. I was convinced it was not. Okay, so let's see. Is it here? No, it is not. Oh, the precision soil checker. This is important for the future, not now. Because it's expense that we cannot justify currently. Stone pickers. We could do with stone picker. Oh my god, never mind. It's expensive as hell. Corn headers, potato, beet, cotton, sprayers, fertilizer sprayers, manure, replace holders. What is this? Market spray? What is that for? I'm not sure what that is for. Could I spray my vehicles with that? Like, I have to do research on what that does. Cars, miscellaneous. No, not what I need. Bro, where are the placeables at? items, mods and DLCs, vehicles, objects, packs, old, otters, animal dealer, wardrobe, farmland, construction. No, 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 forget about it. How do I leave that? I didn't want to do that. Oh, it's because it's night. I was I was a bit confused as to what the hell was going on here. So it's already another day, and so far, well, there's no rain. It's a good thing. So rain is wait until it's like 8, 9 a.m. 8 a.m. I think 8 is perfect for this. Right. So 8 a.m. Back to the store page here. I want to find resources. I think I gotta go in construction mode. Production, silos, tools. What is this? So, no, no. Silo. We need a silo container. Liquid. Oh, that is convenient, but expensive as well. But that would save me a lot of time, as I wouldn't have to be moving back and forth. What is that? Petrol? It's fertilizer. Fertilizer. Hey, it was petrol all along? I I swear I saw. That is sad. I swear I saw fertilizer. No, it's it's a great amount of money that I cannot really afford. Yeah, boy. Decoration, production. Could buy some factories in the future, so something that we can be investing on later, but not now. Let's check the fuels. How are we doing? 63%. Alright, where's my John Deere again? Where did I park it? I think we're gonna have... I lost track. I forgot where I parked it. Oh, never mind. It's down there. Okay. We're gonna have to buy fertilizer, liquid fertilizer for the grass. It's this what we're gonna be doing now. It's an urgent matter. Got it. I'm just gonna make sure that I cannot refill. There has to be a place where I can refill the fertilizer without having to drive all the way to the store, right? Because what I have right now is herbicide. The herbicide. Plenty herbicide, mind you, but still herbicide. And I need liquid fertilizer. I wonder if that thing is a trigger for... Oh. This one. Apparently no. Well, that's a shame. I guess we're gonna have to drive to the store. which is not a big deal, but ideally I would prefer if I didn't have to do that. But it's okay. Yeah, that's fuel. It's not. Okay, so we're gonna save up money. We have to save up money for that because that's so time consuming. To go up to the store to buy fertilizer, to get fertilizer, or I could, well, I guess I could set up a delivery point with a mod DAO servers. Yeah. I mean, if it's fertilizer, it would kind of make sense because ideally, I don't think you have to drive up to the store to pick that stuff up. One would hope they would deliver that to you instead. So, yeah, I consider that. But it's been fun. And fun things are not progressing as fast as I would hope, but it's also not terribly slow. And I think, not 100% sure, but the fertilizer might be enough for all the fuels because the tank is big. So we might have plenty for all the grass, for all the land, and even for the sugar beets as well. And then we only have to worry about monitoring their growth, basically. Gonna bring the yield up to 100%, or close to 100%. Because the higher it is, obviously, more money we'll make. Then we could start dreaming high about better equipment, or I mean just the mere comfort of having the cash, which is always welcome. But today we're going to be doing the grass, fertilizing and making sure everything is perfect enough to the task, to the very demanding. Oh, it is closed. What? What do you mean it's closed? No, you gotta be kidding. Oh, I have to open it myself. Okay, I don't remember having to open it previously. But, right, you gotta buy liquid fertilizer. It's under pallets. Liquid. Let's buy 2 of them. They should be. Oh god, I got close. Which one is which now? It's gonna be tricky to tell. Just one. Oh, never mind. The blue is. Yep. Perfect. There we go. Great, let's head back to the field now. Lovely. Happy and soon to be fertilized. It's gonna make it. Winter's gonna be pretty cool though, I gotta say. I'm gonna have so many bales. So many bales. It's not even funny. We already have plenty, so I mean, if it didn't take all that time, it could eventually. I could dedicate good me say become 100% of silage farm, but I guess it wouldn't be too bad to have like at the very least one field just for grass all year long, as it could become a potential moneymaker. I'm not sure about how this will turn out at all, but yeah. I mean, we gotta consider the shipping as well, because the Bale trailer thing, you can carry 24, and we have 3 of them already, so that would be 3 trips more, and then you add up the upcoming grass that we're gonna harvest 100% yield, hopefully. That is gonna make things even more complicated in terms of shipping effort. The logistics behind it are gonna be very intense. I mean, obviously I'm gonna do it regardless. Probably off camera though, as I don't want to bother people, but yeah. Let's run a test first and foremost. I'm not sure if it's gonna do the trick, so I'm gonna unfold it, spray for a little bit, see whether it does change the yield, and then proceed. Okay, be careful with the tree. Let's see how it goes. Does it? It doesn't even change the color. That's terrible. I'm gonna see what the hell is fertilized and what is not. It doesn't make it darker or anything. Oop. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. Does it? Oh, it does. It does. Okay, we can see it. Perfect. Let's see. Is this a success or is it a big fat L? Oh dear God. Nothing? Really? Really now? That is terrifying. Maybe it's not instant. Maybe it's not instant. Let's continue. I mean, if it does, at the very least it's a small field. I'm only gonna do this one for now. So if it does turn out to be a waste, I'm gonna be very sad, but at the very least it's not gonna be a major loss, as it's just this tiny field. So I'm gonna run on this one first, and then if it works, I guess you gotta wait 1 day, so fertilize, skip 1 day, see what happens, and then fertilize the rest of the field, I would hope. But yeah, this, as far as I remember, back in 19 it was instant, so you could see right off the bat if it was working. And as of right now, it doesn't appear it should be working, but we are applying nitrogen, so you can see over there, it is applying it. Oh my god, careful. So it is doing something, it's for sure. Is it doing the right thing? I don't know. That's the big question here. Oh god. The ever-growing question. Is it really doing what it's supposed to be doing? No idea. We're gonna discover it soon on AMC. Maybe it doesn't even take a day, maybe just a couple hours for it to just settle in. Affect the growth is it. I guess it makes sense that it's not instant, as the plant has to grow first, and then we can see what the hell is on. But I really hope I'm not wasting money. I really do. Because otherwise, well, we're running short on cash already, saying that we're gonna go bankrupt anytime soon. So we have stuff that we can sell, like we're not gonna be using the combine this season at all, period. This year, it's not gonna be used. So I could sell it, buy it later, even like get a new one altogether. Just put on all things, so we're gonna turn it. Oh. There we go. You're only gonna lose like 10% to fertilizer anyway. Like I said, it's so tiny. that it might end up negligible, but I really want to make sure that I'm not wasting mad money here. So I'm gonna finish this and then I'm gonna skip time and really pray. I gotta study more on fertilizing field and stuff with this mod, precision farming mod. As you can see, it is a very complex mod. It's made by Giants themselves, and it adds a lot more to the game, and it adds mega realism. I have no idea what the numbers mean. I mean, I should, but I don't. So I'm going to study on that and eventually figure out. Oh, that patch. So I would be wasting fertilizer if I were to pass over and I guess I have to. Still gonna be a little above 80% still left. So, oh, that was didn't. That about concludes it. Righty. Did it stop by itself? I'm just convinced it stopped spraying. So that was sick. There should be enough for 57 as well. So I'm hoping, but I'm gonna do that off camera. I also don't like the short beats anyway. And this episode has turned very long already. Bother you guys too much with it. So, well, I guess I'll see you guys in the next episode, hopefully a more eventful one with money being made. Although that won't happen anytime soon as we're still kind of crawling in terms of progress. But 63% still. Then next episode we're gonna check whether that's gonna affect the yield or not. Hopefully it is gonna affect the yield. If positively, obviously. If it does not, I'm gonna be very sad. But either way, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you all a lot for watching. Feedback's much appreciated as usual. And I'll see you guys soon. Stay safe. Bye bye.